What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Drinks After Work. This edition, Drinks After Dark, with Shelly Nicole. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great Monday. I worked today. That was my Monday. My feet hurt. My back hurts. Everything just hurts. Like, I'm not even getting enough sleep because I'm just so tired. I want to stay in the bed and I don't want to move. Although 4th of July, I didn't even move. I just stayed my ass in the bed. I really didn't get up until later on that night just to go see the fireworks around my area. But other than that, that was it. I stayed in the bed. So I hope everybody had a great 4th. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July weekend, because I know some people took 4-day weekends, which is good. But I know you have to come back now to work. I'm sorry. I know you guys hate that. But anyway, so today's episode is about friends before a relationship. And this is going to be a pretty quick episode. It's not going to be that much detailed. I try to have conversation with people about it and see what their thoughts were about friends before a relationship. And a lot of people didn't really think about it. Never thought of that question being brought up as they were dating or as they were, getting into a relationship. They kind of just, and me, myself, I've done it too. And I think we all have done it. Just would. I can't even talk today. You hear me? Can't even talk. I think we all had just jumped into relationships, even if it meant we took a while to get to know them, like maybe a month or two to get to know them and just say, okay, fine, boom, we're in a relationship, we're good. But are you really good with your person after a month or 2 months of getting to know them? And this is I guess it depends on, your own personal views of how long is too long or how short is too short. For some people, a month is too short. 2 months is too short. For some people, that's just right. And it really just depends. But I do feel like we lack the capability to just find a friend first before finding a lover. And I'm not saying build a very deep friendship with them. I feel like the friendship will happen in the dating phase, and I feel like that's part of the dating phase, is to build a friendship, is to build that trust. But I do feel like a lot of the times we just go off of the happy moments. We go off of the he makes me feel so good and she makes me feel so good, rather than going based off of what really is the true crux of a friendship. Think about your friendships with your friends, with your female friends, with your guy friends. How did the friendship really start up? Either y'all played ball together, y'all were on the same dance team, y'all went to the same high school, y'all played, I don't know, other sports, football, soccer, volleyball. You knew each other from the block. Whatever the case may be of how you build your friendship, is because you had something in common. And I do feel like in a sense, before you get into a relationship, you do have to have something that you're in common with your person, outside of the person looking good. Because granted, they can look good. Obviously, you want to be attracted to the person who you're with. But at what point do we all stop and say, okay, what else mentally? Are you good for my nervous system? Are you going to piss me off all the time? Are you going to do things that's going to irritate the fudge out of me? See, I didn't curse, right? Are you going to do things that I ask you not to do, that you keep doing over and over and over again? Or are you going to take and heed what I say the first or second time after I've mentioned it to you? Building a friendship with your partner, I feel is crucial. And I honestly feel like it definitely works. I mean, I've said this before. I've said it a million times. My parents have been married 39 years as of last month. And my mom and dad have both said that the way that they have lasted, or how they've lasted so long in their relationship, in their marriage, is that they were friends first before they became boyfriend, girlfriend, and then to husband and wife. My mom said, no matter what, that's my friend. Like, we can laugh about anything, we joke about anything, we have our moments where obviously he can't stand me, I can't stand him, but at the end of the day, I know that that's my friend. I know that no matter what happens, I have my friend, and I can call him and talk to him about anything that goes on, any situation that I'm dealing with. I can just speak to him and he'll answer, and there'll be no problems. So I was asked a few questions because I had asked this on, I did go on live yesterday, and I guess I should understand that it is the summertime. People are at day parties, people are outside. So not a lot of people got on the, on the live, which is cool because I normally do it on Friday anyway, and I get a little bit more traction on Fridays. But I might also move that to like maybe the middle of the week. I don't know. I'm just figuring out what days work. But nonetheless, I was asking this question to other people at work, or just people who I knew, about friends, and if you can really look at your partner and say that that's my friend before saying that that's my girlfriend or boyfriend. And I'm not going to say who said it, but I will say that a few of them definitely said no, that they don't see their partner as their friend. They see their partner as their lover. I said, do you feel, and then I asked, do you feel that that's dangerous to feel that way? And both of them said, I never thought of it that way. I never thought about my building a friendship with the person whom I am in a relationship with. I said, it kind of makes a lot of sense that we do that though, because we choose not to. We choose not to build up in the dating phase. We just continue to date. We just continue to, make it look good for the gram. We, going on, and of course you want to go on these dates. You want to get to know the person. Obviously, this is how you get to know them. But getting deeper into their mind space and into their head space, what are they really thinking? How do they really go about, processing certain things? Seeing them in all 4 seasons. I've seen somebody say that too. You have to really get to know someone before you can sit here and say you want to marry somebody. You need to see them in all 4 seasons, where they're happy, they're sad, they're broke, they're rich. You have to see them in every area and see how they interact, not only with you, but how they control their anger or what they do in those type of situations, because then that will show you the type of person that, if there's somebody who you want to be with. And I've even said that, in my next serious, relationship that I get in, that I've asked God to, give me discernment, one, so that way I don't be choosing and picking anybody, to give me the obedience. That way I know exactly who it is that I need to look to, or who it is that is coming my way. And I also made a password with God. I know we're staring completely off of topic, but I made a password with God. But if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, comment in the comment description box, or just comment in the description of what I was talking about when I mentioned making a password with God. But nonetheless, getting back on track, that the next relationship that I do get in, that I want to be friends with this person. I want us to build a deeper friendship, a deeper bond, before we say, all right, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and then to husband or fiance, and then husband and wife. Now, the only tricky part about this is that if you allow the friendship part to last a little too long. Now, when I say that, I mean okay, I have male friends who I've never done anything with. They're literally just my male friends. I've known them since middle school. And they probably did have a crush on me. They probably have felt like a little, like I said, a little crush. Had a little thing for me back in the day. But because I kept it in a friend zone, and because, we never took it to that point and we stayed friends, it's like I don't think I can ever look at them in a sexual way or with more emotion than what I have for them now, if that makes sense. So that's the only problem that I feel like some people say, well, if you let the friendship part last for too long, you'll lose that attraction for them. But I do feel like regardless if you're starting off what you should be starting off is as friends, but when you do start, that if you really like that person, that sexual attraction won't leave. Or that like really that feeling of like you're really, really into them outside of just being a friend. Like you see that your emotions are more tied into who they are outside of just being their friend, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to think of like another way to put it. Just like knowing that this is like someone who you can have both with, a lover and a friend. Y'all remember Usher's song, Lovers and Friends? So I feel like it could happen, but I do understand the question when someone had asked me like, well, do you think that could make it worse by someone remaining friends with this person for too long, that there will no longer be a sexual attraction to them? Yes and no, because like I said, if you really like this person, that's not going to go nowhere. It's not going to go nowhere. And if anything, it's going to get stronger because now you're getting to know them more on an intellectual level, and you're getting to know them outside of just, of their what's on the outside. Because looks fade. Looks fade. Money sometimes can dry up. Money comes and goes. But you really have to know somebody, like somebody's mental. You really have to know someone's thought process and how they will treat you depending on whatever situation happens within your life, and how they will handle you in a very soft way. And that goes for guys too. Like, you guys have to be handled softly just the same. Like, there's nothing wrong with you guys having that. And I know there was like a big thing last time when I went on live, and some guys were saying like, oh no, that she'll clown me if I say that I'm too soft, or she'll clown me and say that, I'm a bitch or something like that if I act too soft. Well, then she's not the girl for you, because any woman who really loves their man, or any woman who really like sees their man going through the things that he's going through, will be okay with him showing his softer side to her. And obviously, when it's just you two, you'll be that way. But then when you're around everybody else, you act the way that you've been acting. And I don't think it will be a problem with that at all. I just feel like a lot of the times, men, you guys just don't shed that vulnerable skin that we want you to shed and be okay with. And again, that goes back to just being our friend. Like, you should be able to talk to me about whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever's going on at work, whatever's going on at home, whatever's going on with your boys, like, that you may want a second opinion on. I'm not saying you're going to tell us everything that happens in the men's locker room, as we are not going to tell y'all everything that happens with the girls and with the ladies. Like, we're not going to tell you everything that goes on in our circle. But for the most part, if you need to vent, or if there's something that your guys aren't able to help you with, your woman will know. Your man will know. If the girls can't help you in a certain situation, or you need a different type of perspective, you're going to go to your man about. And I feel like that comes to a head when you have that friendship based already. Now, the other part of this episode was the part 2 that I wanted to touch a little base on, because when you think about friends before relationship, it could be both of these. So friends before relationship can be you building, I'm telling you guys, I cannot talk today. You building a friendship with your person before getting in a relationship with them. And friends before a relationship, meaning your homegirls. Putting your homegirls before your lover. Putting your homeboys before your lover. Is it okay to choose your friend before your relationship? And that was a question that I proposed to people when I was asking this question in person, and like when I was, just posting it on IG, that, is it okay to choose your friend before your relationship? And a lot of people said, and what's crazy is a lot of guys said that they will choose the guys before they choose their woman. And I'm like, really? Say, yeah, it's bro code. See, now this is, again, we're getting into another sticky type of situation where we're talking about bro code, girl code. But at what point do you say, okay, the bro code stops here? Like, where does the bro code stop? Where does the girl code stop when it comes to your relationship and your friends? Not anything else, just your relationship and your friends. Where does it stop? I feel like if I'm out with the girls and it's a girls' night, whatever, and my man, my future husband, calls me and says, baby, y'all finish? And I'm like, no, not yet. We're just chopping it up. We're just talking. And he says, all right, well, I miss you and I want you to come back to, either if we're living together, can you come back home? Or if he's at his house, can you come to my house after? Sure, I'll be there. No problem. But, and that's if I haven't spent time with my girls in a long time. That's if, like, it's really like us just, getting things out, having a waiting to exhale moments, waiting to exhale kind of night, or like we're really just we haven't seen each other in a long time because our schedules haven't aligned with it. I feel like it's okay for me to say to my man, well, right, yeah, after we're finished, with girls' night, sure, I'll be over there. Now, if I've seen my girls a million times and I'm always hanging out with my girls, and my guy calls me, says, babe, can you come to my house, like, now? I need you and I miss you. All right, girls, well, it's been real. Where are you going? To my man. My man called me, so I'm going to my man. Thank you. Let me know how much I owe y'all. I will Zelle you. Peace. I'm out. That's it. And I feel like girls will do that. I feel like there's no guys that will do that. I don't feel like any guy will sit here. If you call his phone and say, babe, can you come to the house real quick? I miss you. He gonna dip and say, all right, y'all, baby girl called me. I gotta skate. I gotta go. I don't see that happening. And if you have done that as a guy, please comment and let me know if you've done that. And you have or if you have no problem doing that. If you're single, you have no problem doing that for your future wife or for your future girl. We're manifesting here. We're manifesting future wives, future husbands here. But if you have no problem doing that, I want you to comment and say that you have no problem doing that, because I feel like it can happen. I feel like some guys would. I feel like a lot of y'all be lying. Y'all be trying to save face on the gram, especially when I go on live. Y'all be trying to save face, but y'all know deep down y'all soft, and for the right woman, y'all will do that for you. Y'all will do that. Y'all will leave y'all man and y'all will go, your man's and them, and y'all will go to your girl's house. Cut it out. Now, someone also asked, could it be that your friends are jealous of the relationship that you're in now with your man or your woman, and that's why they constantly want you around rather than being with your partner? Let's be for real. When y'all first start dating, y'all always going to be around your partner. Like, let's cut the shit. Everybody is going to be around their partner when they first start dating, because you're getting to know them. You're spending time, you're talking to them on the phone, you're going on dates, you're getting to know them on a different type of level. You're going to be a little MIA for a little bit because this is the person who you're focused on right now. After a while, I feel like it's after the honeymoon stage. If y'all listen to my episode, the 3-month rule, y'all will hear everything that I mentioned about the 3-month rule. And I personally, it's been my reality since I've been dating. So I know for some of you, it could be the same reality, or it could just be a aha moment after hearing it. But if you haven't heard it, go back and listen to it. It's from season 1, the 3-month rule. And I feel like after those 3 months, that's when, of course, everybody resurfaces, especially the girls. Like, we always resurface after that 3-month honeymoon phase has gone by. And not that we're over our men. It's just like, okay, now I know a little bit more about you. Let me hang out with my friends, give you a little room, and then we're going to continue to see each other. We'll come up with a schedule where we see each other. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like, guys, it's the same thing for you guys. But somebody had said to me that they think that currently that their fiance is his fiance. His fiance's friends are jealous of her relationship because when she's hanging out, even when they were just boyfriend and girlfriend, when she would hang out with him, they always would blow up her phone and FaceTime her. And she said it was always because she noticed it. It was always when, they were together. They would FaceTime to see what she's doing and wanted to be around, basically they were trying to be third, fourth wheels while she was on a date with her man. Now, I said, I don't know why the fuck she was answering the phone. Sorry, I cursed. I did. My bad. I don't know why she would answer the phone. Because if I'm out with my man, I won't say that I won't answer the phone the first time because, who knows what it could be. But if I'm starting to see a pattern, like, okay, why is it that every time I'm out with him, y'all calling my phone? What's up with that? What's going on? Oh, we just want to see what you're doing, and I just told you I'm out with him. I'll tell y'all what happens after. Why y'all calling my phone? That to me was weird. Like when he said that to me, I was just like, huh? Like why are they calling your phone? Like why are they calling her phone at me? Like what is it that they need to say to her so badly that they just can't wait until after she hits them up like, hey y'all, like how was y'all day or what y'all doing? Like, I'm back home or, whatever. So he feels like they're jealous of her and his relationship. They're both single. They don't have any men that they're interested in. Or he said that no men are interested in them. He's mad shady. But they are jealous of her. And he said he's had the conversation with her that he hopes that she has enough discernment and obedience to figure out and opens up her eyes to see if that's really the case before she asks them to be her bridesmaids, because he doesn't want any malice or any type of energy at the wedding or during the wedding process, because you guys know the wedding process, well, some of you may know that the wedding process can be extremely stressful, and having your friends who are supposed to be a part of your wedding give you slack is not something that anybody wants. So I feel like, he felt like that, and I told him that was great that he actually saw that, and I gave him props for doing that, because for acknowledging it, like, you saw it before she saw it, or she sees it. I hope she sees it now, but you're seeing the energy that her friends are giving off, and I commend you for that, because a lot of the times guys wouldn't say that. Some guys would and some guys wouldn't. They would just let you handle it and just be like, well, those are your friends, now you just handle it. But the fact that he sees, like, okay, listen, babe, those two, I don't know. Like, they act a little funny. They act a little weird whenever I'm talking or whenever it's me and you out. They always want to call your phone, or they're acting like real clingy, and he didn't like it. So he addressed it. I don't know what happened since then, but that could be a thing too, that there are friends who are jealous of your relationship. There were none of my friends who were ever jealous of my relationship. None of my friends were ever jealous of my relationship. I can honestly say that none of my friends liked any of my ex-boyfriends. None of them liked my ex-boyfriends. I think maybe one they were okay with. The last one I was with, they were like, yeah, no. They didn't like him. They saw the nonsense in him before I saw the nonsense. I mean, I wear glasses, so it takes me a while to see some things, so whatever. But no, they didn't care for him. They didn't care for that one. And the 5-year one, the one I was on and off, it was like, yeah, him and my former best friend, they did not get along at all. Like, she wanted to fight him so badly, poor thing. But yeah, none of my friends, from what I know and from what I saw, none of my friends were jealous of my relationship with any of my exes. I guess it was kind of like we kind of knew, because we were all in our own area as far as when it came to relationships and developing our relationships with the men that we were dating at the time. We were never really on each other's backs about it. But we did have our moments where we were like, okay, now it's just girls' night. Or, we would talk in the group chat or whatever the case is, and it would just be about the girls. And yeah, sometimes we'll vent about them, obviously, but I've never had that, thank God, where I had jealous friends who were envious of my relationship. They may not have liked them, but they weren't jealous of them. So the last thing that I would definitely say is there should be healthy boundaries between the two. So you should have healthy boundaries between your friends and your boyfriend or girlfriend. Sometimes you can bring the two together, and obviously you want to, especially if, in our grown age that we are in now currently. I do feel like we're all dating, or we're trying to date at least, with intention. So of course you're going to have your friends meet your current boyfriend or current girlfriend, or the person who you're dating or you're taking serious. And I feel like they're going to have to be around each other, because they're a part of your life, and this person is now an add-on, an addition to your life. So yes, you're going to have game night, or you're going to do bowling together, or whatever the case may be, a cookout, a lounge, whatever. But I do feel like at some point you do have to say, okay, let me just hang out with the guys, let me just hang out with the girls. And then, if that's on, like, let's just say it, I'm just saying hypothetical, let's just say, girls' night is Friday night, and you guys are doing whatever it is, and the fellas, it's fellas night, y'all doing whatever y'all doing Friday night, and then Sunday y'all reconvene and y'all come back together, and now it's you and Bae. Y'all spending Sunday dinner together, y'all doing whatever y'all have to do to get your week started, and you guys are now having your time. I think it's okay to have that throughout the week. You may not see your guys all the time, you may not see your guys twice in 1 week. You may not hang out with the guys twice in 1 week. You will more than likely hang out with the guys once a week, or once every other week. The same thing with the girls. You'll hang out with the girls once every other week. And I feel like that's okay too, because again, we're dating with intention. We're getting to know the person who we want to spend the rest of our life with. And if your friend group is as tight as they should be with you, and they understand where you are in your life right now, and again, this goes for guys and girls, they'll understand it. But if you have anybody that's just like, oh my God, you're around them all the time, like it's not that serious, like give them some space, that's not somebody who should really be in your circle. And I'm so blessed that I don't have that in my circle with my small group that I have. I'm glad that I don't have that type of energy. And again, we all kind of give each other that respective space where we, and my friend group is like college. Well, no, actually not. It's high school, and so I have my high school, 2 high school, 3 high school, one from a job that me and her used to work at, another one from a job that she used to work at, and then 3 others who currently I work with. So it's a small group, but it's a group nonetheless that we all have our respective, if we're in that type of area in our life where we give each other enough respect to learn and develop the person who we're trying to date, or who we're interested in. So I feel like if you have that within your group, that you're good, you're safe. And if you don't have that, then maybe you need to change up your group. And maybe you need to figure that out as to why they feel like they need you to be around them all the time and not grow and change and explore and get into this part of your life that you want to get into. Because, I mean, obviously, we're all getting older and time is not waiting for nobody. So you want to get yourself into that position to have that person. And the only way you can do it is to date them and to get to know them and to see if this is somebody who you want to be with. But I definitely feel that there should be healthy boundaries between the two. Have your girls' night, have your fellas' night, but also remember, you have to take care and water the grass that you live on. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this episode. Friends before a relationship. And if there's anything that you guys can think of as far as like what has happened with you when it comes to friends or building a friendship before you got into your relationship, when it comes to putting your friends over your relationship, or did you have to put your relationship over your friends? What was the outcome about that? Let me know. Put it in the comments and let me know what happened. And how did you resolve it? How did you go over it? I know that probably had to be so annoying and so stressful, but nonetheless, I thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys have a great week. Don't bring anything that happened today into tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Later.